Whether you have 5 minutes or an hour to play, your phone is always ready for a gaming session. But with so many options available on the app stores, finding the right game can be a bit overwhelming. On this channel, we will try to find the ones that are actually worth your time. Play or pass? Let's find out. Today we're testing Eternal Hero. Eternal Hero is an action role-playing game with some online features. Developed by Rivi Games, the game has already passed 500,000 downloads on the Google Play Store at the time recording of this video. In this video, I will review the game based on my experience after playing it for some time. I will divide the game into 5 different categories and grade each one of them out of 10. At the end of the video, I will share the final grade and decide whether the game is a play or a pass. So, are you not sure if Eternal Hero is worth your time? This video will help you find out. Just keep watching. The first thing you will notice when you launch the game is that Eternal Hero is played in portrait mode, and I think this makes the game really easy to pick up and play wherever you are. The controls are very simple, your skills are cast automatically, so you don't really need to worry about casting your skills at all times. All you got to do is move your character with the thumb and focus on your positioning. The game also uses a classless system, meaning that your weapon basically determines what kind of character you play. There are 10 different weapons to choose from, and you can switch between them whenever you want. This means that you can easily try a completely different playstyle without having to create a new character. Each weapon comes with its own abilities and skill tree, which you can customize and tailor to your playstyle. I have tried 4 of them so far, and I think every one of them feels different and fun to play with. Overall, the combat feels fluid and fun, and I think the simple controls work really well for a mobile game. I had so much fun playing this game, so I think when it comes to gameplay and combat, Eternal Hero did a good job, and deserves a solid 9 out of 10 in this category. The game has several mini-game modes in it, and each one gives you a different way to play. Eternal Rift, you will face 5 waves of enemies in each level. Every time you level up, you get 3 boons to choose from, which lets you shape your build as you play. So your goal is to survive each room, defeat the boss at the end, and hopefully get some rare loot to make your build stronger. In Tower, you face bosses one-on-one, and each boss has its own mechanics and attack patterns that you need to learn and survive, otherwise you will just fail. So it's quite entertaining and challenging, I would say. So far, there are more than 5 unique boss mechanics to encounter, which gives the fight some variety. In the Labyrinth, your goal is to find your way to the boss while exploring the maze and collecting loot along the way. There's also the global boss hunt, which I think unlocks after level 150. The goal is to deal as much damage as possible under a minute, and then players are ranked based on their total damage, so the higher you rank, the better your rewards can be. Finally, you have the Proving Grounds. It's similar to Eternal Rift, I would say, but instead of moving through different rooms, you stay in one room and progress to the next level every time you clear 10 waves. The points you earn here can be spent on your passive skill tree. Now let's talk about itemization a bit. Items can drop from enemies, bosses, and there are events for certain items. Once you get them, you can refine, forge, and upgrade your gear using different currencies. The good thing is that all of these currencies can be earned by playing the game without spending real money. But we will talk about monetization later. There are also several other ways to improve your characters, such as unlocking mounts. There are many mounts in the game that comes from the bosses, or some of them are exclusive to the events, and others can be bought with in-game currency or just dollars. Jewels are just another way to increase your power. They are more important in the end game, I would say. They unlock quite late, where you will eventually want to unlock higher tier jewels and equip them on your gear. The game also has a profession system that you can explore the open world, mine, chop wood, fish, and prospect for resources. You can then use these resources to unlock and upgrade buildings, which provide daily passive income in gold and jewels. I would say this is a quite good system and life skills for a mobile game. Well, overall, there are a lot of systems that are working together and giving you plenty of ways to keep improving your character, and you will not get bored of. So I think it is definitely 10 when it comes to progression and content. When it comes to open world, multiplayer, and online features, there are guilds and leaderboards, the only thing in this game. So you can join a guild, meet other players, socialize, use the chat, complete guild quests, use the guild shop, join raids, and you can earn a lot of rewards to improve your character. So I would definitely recommend, if you're playing this game, you should join a guild. I would say the community in this game has been fantastic. Players are generally very helpful, especially when it comes to answering questions of the new players. There are also several areas that feel like open world zones in this game. You can explore them, farm some XP and find items, chests, unlock new areas and level up your professions. The game doesn't have any trading or PvP at the moment, but the developers seem interested in expanding that in the future. So when it comes to open world and multiplayer features, I would say this game gets 6. It's definitely lacking some content, but maybe in the future they will add it. One of the most important aspects of mobile gaming is how they monetize the game and how friendly it is to free-to-play players. I would definitely say that Eternal Hero is very free-to-play friendly. You can play the entire game without spending money, improve your character and progress without running into paywalls. There are also no ads that you have to watch just to keep playing. However, there are some optional ads that can give you extra benefits. For example, if you die in Eternal Rift, you can watch a short ad to get a second chance. If you don't want to watch ads, you can make one-time purchase to remove them and unlock all those benefits. And just to be clear, I'm not sponsored by the developers. This is simply my personal opinion after playing the game for a while. The game also has some of the usual systems you see in mobile games, like a battle pass and different reward packages. The one thing that I dislike the most is the number of monthly subscriptions. There are currently more than 5 different ones you can buy, and honestly, that can create some FOMO, especially if you're trying to figure out whether you're missing out by not buying them. But in the end, whether you're completely free to play, spend a little, or are willing to spend a lot, I think the game offers a pretty fair playing field. You can reach the same goals, but how quickly you get there will depend on how much time or money you're willing to put in. So if you're a free-to-play player, the game is solid 7 out of 10, and if you spend a little, the game quickly jumps up to 8. When it comes to grind and longevity, I think Eternal Hero does a really good job of respecting your time. There is a daily limit on some activities, with other rewards being available weekly or monthly. But I think the game balances these limits really well. There is still plenty to do without feeling like you have to use all of your energy or enter every possible thing every day. The game also doesn't feel like a list of chores. You don't get that feeling that you have to log in every single day or you will miss out on something important. It's completely fine to take a few days off and come back without feeling like you've fallen behind. Character progression is also very rewarding. Every time you come back, there's usually something you can work toward, and you can keep improving your character without spending a single penny. And even when you completed the main game systems, there is still plenty to do. You can explore the open world areas, level up your character, hunt for chests, collect resources, and work on your professions. The professions are especially useful for longer sessions, since they have a large energy pool that can take hours to use up. And if you don't have much time, you can also sweep levels you've already completed instead of playing through them again. The trade-off is that manually playing those levels gives you a chance to get exclusive rewards. The player base also seems to be growing, and the community is quite active. The Discord is especially useful if you need help or want to learn about the game. And finally, the developers seem to be actively updating the game and have some interesting plans for the future, which gives Eternal Hero plenty of potential to keep growing. So let's wrap things up. Eternal Hero is free-to-play friendly. It offers tons of content and it's so easy to just pick up and play. The portrait mode works really well for mobile, and the online features add another layer to the experience. And maybe the most importantly, I really enjoy the gameplay. It is fun, it is entertaining, and it makes you keep coming back. And speaking of negative sides, at the moment, the game is very limited with multiplayer features. It doesn't have PvP or trading. I think the biggest downside of this game is that it offers too many subscriptions. I understand that the games offer a battle pass, but 5 subscriptions monthly I think is way too much. So overall, my personal rating for this game is 9 out of 10. I would definitely recommend you to play. Are you playing Eternal Hero at the moment, or are you planning to start? Let me know in the comments. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you on the next video.